Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another chill Marvel Snap video. I am Sir Knight from the Snap Squad, and I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into the new Marvel Snap economy that's going to be coming in June. There's been lots of discussion and lots of frustration around the new Marvel Snap economy system, and I kind of wanted to explain it a little bit more, maybe add a little more context for possibly why Second Dinner is making the changes that they're going to be making. And I hear a lot of people saying, this is 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But our step forward, are those only good when the community benefits? Or is there a world in which a step forward for Second Dinner also benefits us as the community as well? I feel like we kind of get, sidetracked into thinking that only if there's a monetary gain on my end as the consumer is it considered a step forward. When there is, a sense in which Second Dinner making more money is also beneficial to us as the community as well. We're going to get much more content in a world in which Second Dinner is making more money also, right? And so I want to discuss a little bit of the situation in which we're happening with the new economy system. I'm going to explain a little bit more, and I want to kind of go through the benefits that you currently are getting as a Marvel Snap player from the free-to-play benefit perspective. Because a lot of people play this game free-to-play, and they think that it's going to be switching more to pay to win with the new changes to the flexible series drops. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I want to talk briefly about what you are getting as a free-to-play player when it comes to your tokens and credits earned per month. So this is the math. You earn about 27,100 credits per month from your dailies, weekly missions, collector reserves, ranks, and season track. So for a free-to-play player, that's about 540 collection level a month. This is if you do everything. If you don't miss a day, if you're on top of it, you do all your dailies, you climb the ranks as high as you can. When you open your collector's reserves, you get tokens and credits back, right? And so this is from basically everything you can get playing free-to-play, about 540 collection level. You have to divide that by 12 because it takes about 12 collection levels to get to a reserve. So you're getting about 45 collector's reserves per month as a free-to-play player. So this is not spending anything. Second Dinner is giving you 45 collector's reserves, okay? So what about gold? As a free-to-play player, you are earning about 2,200 gold per month free-to-play. That can equate to approximately 2,700 to 3,000 credits, depending on how you want to allocate those pieces of gold. You can either use those gold to buy missions, which on average gives you 150 credits plus a little bit of season pass experience. So we'll say that's 5 more boxes. Your gold per month gives you about 5 more boxes per month. So this is where you would get about 50 collector's reserves per month as a free-to-play player. 50 collector's reserves you will open per month as a free-to-play player, okay? So you average about 400 tokens per 4 collector's reserves. And then you get 100 tokens per 4 as well if you are Series 3 complete. If you're not Series 3 complete, then you're just averaging about 400 tokens per 4 boxes. So that's about 100 tokens a box on average. If you opened up all 50 at once, you would probably get about 5,000 or 6,000 if you were Series 3 complete, somewhere around there. And that's just from your boxes. Okay, that's just from boxes. So far, we have only talked about free-to-play. We have not talked about spending a single dime, not even any money on a season pass. You're getting about 6,000 tokens a month from just your boxes. And you may spend some of your gold on Token Tuesdays or other bundles. So this means you can get anywhere from 6,000 to 8,000 tokens per month as a free-to-play player. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next point here. Flexible series releases. This is something that Second Dinner has added to the game that's coming in, that basically just is going to start next month in June, where they're going to not always release every new card into Series 5. They'd like to put some cards into Series 4. Starting in June, they're going to put 2 cards into Series 4 instead of Series 5. So that there in June next month is going to be a 6,000 token discount for the new cards. So you're almost able to get every single Series 5 card being just free to play. Because next month it will cost 12,000 tokens to get all 3 cards instead of 18,000 tokens. Right? And if you're earning 6,000 to 8,000 a month, you're getting close to getting at least 2, possibly 3 cards, maybe even a Series 5 and a Series 4. By not even spending any money, you're getting almost every card that's releasing brand new. Okay, the only card you will not be getting is the Season Pass card and whatever other card you don't want. So, is there any reason for you to spend money yet? Not really, because they are basically giving you all the new releases by the free-to-play collector's reserves and bundles. You don't have to buy every card every month, and not every card every month is going to be good. There's always going to be a card or two that are not very good. So you can always just buy the one that's the best card for the month, and you're going to be happy with not spending any money at all. This is a new change. They're adding this to the game. So they also are giving you now 6,000 token discount on the monthly card releases. Now, it may not be 2 cards every month. I don't know. It may be. They may try to do 2 out of the 3 every month, drop into Series 4. I'm not sure. Since they're starting with this, maybe they'll continue this. I don't know. But I would expect to see this happen more frequently. Every month, you're probably going to see at least 1 card drop into Series 4 instead of Series 5 when it launches. That's a big deal because that's a huge token discount for free. So you can almost think of it as giving you additional 6,000 tokens a month. Series 3 card acquisition, that's being changed. Currently, you cannot use your tokens to buy Series 3 cards. You can't use them for that. Next month, you'll be able to. They're adding a slot in the token shop that will let you spend 1,000 tokens to get a Series 3 card. So this makes it so much easier for you to get Series 3 complete if you aren't Series 3 complete. That's a huge benefit for you as well as a free-to-play player. So you're opening up your boxes. You're opening 50 boxes a month. That means you're going to be opening about, what is that, divided by 4? Every 4 boxes, you're going to be getting about 10 cards a month. Maybe 10 to 12 cards a month. You're going to be getting Series 3 cards. And now you can use your 6,000 to 8,000 tokens to buy 6 or 8 more. So now you can get about 20 Series 3 cards a month. You're going to be finishing Series 3 so much quicker. Okay? You're going to be getting so many more cards. You're acquiring. This is all much easier ways to acquire the cards in the game. This never existed 3 months ago. They've only been making the system easier and easier to play without spending any money. So I really want you to think about that. They're making it easier and easier to play the game without spending any money. How does a company survive without you spending money? Keep that in mind, right? So they're also adding more ways to earn tokens as well. They're going to be adding earn tokens when you win games, earn tokens when you play the Season Pass card, or earn tokens when you play a newly released card. So you're going to be getting 6,000 to 8,000 tokens a month. You're going to be getting some new released card. Almost every month, you're going to be getting some newly released card. And you're going to be playing games on the weekend, and so you're going to win games and earn credits that way. So you're going to earn even more tokens. So my 6,000 to 8,000 could be even higher. So they're just showering tokens onto everybody. They are giving you tokens for your boxes. They're giving you tokens for the missions. They are cutting the price of cards when they first launch. They're doing all sorts of things to make the cards so much easier to acquire without having to spend any money, right? So I want you to think about these questions after reviewing what we just talked about. Where in these changes does Second Dinner improve their revenue? They don't improve it by letting you basically buy all your Series 3 cards using 1,000 tokens per card. They don't improve it by dropping cards into Series 4 when they launch. That's a token discount. They don't improve it by giving you more ways to earn tokens on the weekends. Where are they increasing revenue in any of these changes? And can a game survive without new revenue streams? Can Marvel Snap even survive this game that we all enjoy? Will it even be around without new revenue streams? They aren't making any money really at the moment, and I'm going to explain why they aren't making too much money in the next slide. So I want to point out this idea: when Second Dinner benefits, we benefit, right? The more Second Dinner is able to profit from this game, the more energy they're going to put into it, the more changes they're going to make to it, the more freedom they're going to have to add more modes to it. All those are going to be benefits to us, but how can we expect any of those things to occur if they aren't finding new ways to increase revenue streams? So that's where this flexible series drop comes from. This is the one change, right, that Second Dinner is making to try and increase some revenue, potentially. This may have no impact on revenue increases because they're giving so many tokens out for free. This may have no impact on revenue changes. I think it will not. I think it will have very little impact on revenue changes for people who are already experienced in the game. It might have some revenue changes for new players, but this is not going to have the big, massive revenue change that I think Second Dinner is going to see in order to really be a long-lasting game, to last for years and years to come, right? So, what does this flexible series drop do? I'm going to make a few predictions. I believe that this system is going to be much more like a supply and demand market. Right? When you go to Best Buy and you see the brand new Mac, the old Mac will be decreased in price. Right? If there's a high demand for something at Best Buy, the store will not drop the price on it because it has high demand. Why would they? That's the one product that is making them money. Right? Versus all the products that are not selling and no one is buying, those are making them no money. So why would they decrease the price on the one product that is making them money, right? So it's purely off supply and demand. If demand is high, the prices will stay the same or go up. So I actually would not be surprised if Second Dinner launches a card in Series 4 and it's so popular, they raise the price by moving it to Series 5. They kind of have that flexibility in which they can do that with these multiple series tiers. So I actually wouldn't be surprised if they start to introduce tiers where there's less massive leaps between the tiers. The difference between 3,000 tokens and 6,000 tokens, of course, is a 100% increase. It's a huge markup, right? Moving a card from Series 4 to Series 5 would be an absolutely huge markup. But they may want to have the flexibility to increase the price on a card that's selling well, right? Supply and demand. If demand is high, why would they not charge more, right? You see that with PS5s. Demand was high, supply was low, so the price shot through the roof, right? Now, there isn't really much of a supply issue here, but there is always going to be a demand issue in Marvel Snap, and they're going to determine, based off demand, where cards should be, right? So that just kind of makes sense. Now, this is not even an issue because you're getting so many tokens for free every month. Right? Could I possibly ever be upset with Best Buy increasing the cost of something or keeping the cost of something I really want the same if I was getting thousands of dollars from them a month to spend in their store? You see, that's one of the big differences to me here that people, I feel, aren't quite understanding, is you're getting thousands and thousands of tokens to spend in their store for free. Right? You aren't spending any money to get any of those tokens to buy their cards in their store. Right? So how can I really be upset if they want to keep a card the same series, the same price, when they're giving me the tokens to buy them anyways, right? And only incentivizing me to maybe spend money to get an addition card I don't have. And why would I do that if those cards weren't in an area in which it would cost money for me to buy them anyways, right? So they're going to change this to dropping cards based on market value, not a set time. Currently, this is the only way Second Dinner can make a profit. I know they have cosmetics, and they do try to sell those in the token shops. I would bet next to nobody is buying those cosmetics. The problem with Snap is you don't have a way to really show off the cosmetics like you do in a game like Fortnite, right? Where cosmetics do really well. You know, that's like a big part of the game is viewing someone else's avatar, constantly seeing that. In the game, you're not really looking at too many things that are cosmetically appealing in a card game like Marvel Snap. So there just isn't a big incentive to buy cosmetics in Snap, right? People don't want cosmetics, they want cards. That's really the only thing people want in Marvel Snap is cards. And so Second Dinner is trying to find a way to leverage people's desire to the one thing they want by the series drop flexibility in order to make some revenue, right? And I think that that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. The more and more that we understand the notion for the need for Second Dinner to make money as benefiting us, right, the sooner we'll understand that this series flexibility isn't that big a deal, right? And one example I want to use is Mobile Gamer. I'm sure many of you who follow Marvel Snap know who he is. He's a great content creator. I mentioned him in the last video I made. And he recently talked about how he considers himself a dirty whale. He calls himself a dirty whale. He plays other games, I believe Marvel Strike Force or something like that, where he spent tens of thousands of dollars in that game, right? And he does it because he enjoys playing it. It's fun for him. And he mentioned how he knows for a fact there's probably someone over at Second Dinner who knows this, and they're wondering why isn't Mobile Gamer spending anything? Because Mobile Gamer's own confession is he only spends $10 a month on the season pass. So here's someone who's willing to spend a lot of money in a game, a mobile game, and is only spending $10 a month in the season pass. If you aren't able to get even people like him to spend money on things like cosmetics, you're not getting the average consumer to do that as well. And so I think that's the issue here, is they aren't making enough money to make this game have the longevity I would think we all want it to have if we enjoy it, right? So keep those things in mind. They're giving you thousands of tokens for free, right? So keeping cards in series locked isn't as big a deal when they're giving you thousands of tokens a month for free. You can't spend those tokens on anything other than those cards anyways, right? So buy what you want. They need to try to find a way to make Marvel Snap a little more profitable than it currently is, right? And everything they're doing so far is almost making it less profitable, right? They're giving you tokens, more tokens. They're letting you buy their Series 3 cards with tokens, right? They're adding brand new cards into a lower, cheaper series level than just Series 5 from the get-go, right? All these things are not ways in which they're making more money. They're ways in which they're losing more money. So how do they offset any of that, right? Like, we have to give them a bone. We can't take everything. I know we want to take it all, but we have to throw them at least a bone, right? You know, 2 for us, 1 for them, right? Give them something, some way to make this game have some longevity to it, right? So, and I think an example of Mobile Gamer proves why they just aren't a profitable game right now. There isn't really much of a reason to spend money in Marvel Snap. There isn't. There really is no reason. And so they're trying to find ways to get people to drop a few dollars here and there. So keep that in mind. That's a good thing. They need that in order to stay great. In order to keep the game great, they need to make some profit. Okay. So I will not be surprised if I see Second Dinner raise and decrease the value of cards, drop them into 0, or drop them not at all, which they mentioned in their blog post. They may have some months where they don't drop a card at all, right? And I agree with some people when they say it's based on balance. I don't think it's based on balance. I think it's going to be based off popularity. If all the cards are already in high demand, they're not going to drop them, right? Then they'll have no reason to drop them. It's just purely going to be a supply and demand situation. So those are my thoughts on the current economy changes coming in June. I think they're almost all great. I think they're almost all incredibly good changes, and I am not bothered in the slightest about them trying to find a way to get people to spend just a little bit more money. Because even just buying the season pass lets you get more tokens, more gold, more credits, which will in turn let you buy an additional card if you want, right? And you're only spending an additional $10, and trying to incentivize that with the only thing they have that people want at all in this game, and that's cards. They're trying to use their one incentive to try to make a little bit more money, right? And they're giving you more on top of that. So I think it's a win-win. It's trying to be a win-win. It's not trying to be a win-loss. It's trying to be a win-win for everybody. And I think it's a very well-balanced approach. So those are my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, like the video. It would be awesome if you subscribed. All those things give us the motivation to keep making these videos. And I will talk to you in the next one. Peace.